Hi. And we've got to get that stand. Can we get the stand?
It's
gonna keep happening until someone shows up.
It's on the middle of the staircase. This is what happens when we prep for our videos. Because we're doing it.
We're prepared.
No. Totally not.
All right. I'm gonna go get the stand.
Okay.
You change lives. Be right back.
You do. What did you tell me to do? Change lives. Oh, I was like, wait. Ah! I'm dropping everything. I was like, wait, we are live. But you mean like change lives, literally. I get it. All right. Yeah. Yes. It's like 5 foot tall, slender build. Did you find it? Yeah, pretty much. Nobody loves us.
Once again, my clairvoyant senses are kicking in. Not at all.
What? Oh, not even a little bit?
Walk right past it 5 times.
How do you miss? So how do you miss that? How do you miss it? How do you miss it?
By looking on the ground?
Probably so.
A horoscope will be the truth.
Yes. Oh shit.
Hello, beautiful souls. We start with a little bit cuss words.
No, we don't.
Yeah, from the beginning.
Sometimes. Only on Mondays.
I'm Kris.
And when you fall down the flight of stairs at work, it's fine.
That was her.
Yeah,
and her
okay.
name is?
And I'm Kelly.
Oh
Yes,
my
you guys
gosh.
know this.
We're winning already.
Winning.
Okay. So we're here to give you your weekly astral forecast.
As promised.
We're going to talk a little bit about the solar eclipse, also coming up with the new moon, and we're going to go through a little bit about some crystals. What is going to affect us most? The moon is actually void, of course, right now. It's in Gemini from 4:48 Central Standard to 8:24 Central Standard Time. 8:24 is when it moves into Cancer, and that's when the new moon will occur. If you have crystals that you want to cleanse, this is the best time to do it, to cleanse yourself, and Kelly has a few insightful ways on how to do that.
Yeah, so as we talked about in our first video, I do Reiki. So there are times where I use crystals. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I use my intuition pretty much every time to guide me in which route I want to take. As far as clearing crystals go, whether you have just bought them or whether you have had them sitting on your shelf, either way, they absorb energy. And if they are not cleared, they can absorb so much energy to the point where they will be easily broken or cracked. So the new moon is one of the best ways to clear your crystals. Even if you put them in your windowsill, you can leave them there between 1 day, 2 days, up to 4 days, really, depending on however you want to do it. But you can either put them on a piece of selenite in your windowsill. You can also, to crystals that do not dissolve in water,
Right.
are not
Stones
water
like-
soluble,
Yeah, right.
like calcite and things like that. You can also put them in water as well, right?
Or salt water.
Or salt water, yeah. Put them in salt water
Or-
and put them outside.
What I like to do, I like to just put a marker in my yard, like somewhere that I get like full moonlight, like on my flower beds, where I know the moon is. I'll dig a hole and I'll just put my phantom crystal spears. I'll put those in the ground, and that's one way that I like to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, like your quartz points, any points that you have, anything like that.
I have a crystal. I have a crystal in the middle of this pendulum, and it's just going bananas. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it will peak at 9:22. So 9:22 Pacific. So do the math on your time zone. That's when the new moon peaks. So make sure that you have your crystals out. If you're gonna do them in a bowl of salt, in salt water, just out in the grass, like windowsill.
And you can use sorry.
Anyway, go ahead.
Cutting her off. This is my thing here. You can also, Kristen was telling me about this earlier, and I was like, oh, I didn't think about that. So Himalayan salt, you can put them in a bowl of Himalayan salt if they are, if they're not something you want to put in water.
The salt
just
pull the
right.
negativity out of it.
Exactly. Also, even if you have cleansed your crystals with sage, whatever ritual you use to cleanse your crystals, if you want to recharge them, if you do use crystals and energy work like I do, the new moon is the best time to recharge your crystals, to let them absorb the energy of the new moon. So the new moon is basically what it stands for: new beginnings, right? Starting over, ridding yourself of anything that does not serve a positive purpose to you. So you want your stones and your crystals to absorb as much of that energy as possible. And you want to be able to use that, right, for as long as possible in your energy work, so that they are clear and that you have that energy from the moon to use while you are working with them.
And another thing that you can do, what I like to do, is make water. So if you have like a mason jar with a screw top, or just rinse out a pickle jar. Maybe it might have had to have been rinsed out before, but
like a pickle jar?
Just get a clean jar and fill it with distilled water if you can. Make sure to put it out right now if you can. It can get some sunlight. That's great, as long as it gets that new moon energy. You can leave it out for 1 to 2 days. There really is no rule. We're here in Texas where we're sweating in the air conditioning right now, so I wouldn't leave it out that long, especially in an unshaded area. I probably wouldn't do that, but what you can do is you can use it for your health. You can take that healing new moon energy and put a little of it in your water and drink it. You can, what I like to do is put it in the water that I use for my flower beds to bring certain roses and I go by the clearance, the dead stuff, and I bring it back to life. So that's, use a little bit of water, just a little bit goes a long way. Put it in your bath. Heck, you could mop your floor with it and just have the energy in your house, all over your house. By nature, new moons are invisible. Therefore, we just kind of see our shadows. So that kind of encourages us to do the same. Shadow work. She shows us that it's okay to feel and to enter dark places and accept parts of ourselves that are normally shunned. If you don't allow yourself the time and space to do this, well, it normally happens anyway, but extreme emotions can spill over. You can start crying when you get cut off. Just all the faces of collective shadow just rising up. And it can be seen and it can be felt.
And the definition of shadow work.
But here in Cancer, emotions can spill overboard. So make spaces for yourself to let them out. Hold spaces for others to do so too.
Yes,
and yeah, this is going to be with the eclipse. It's as intense as a new moon, I guess.
I feel like we started experiencing this a couple days
Well, yeah,
ago.
it's like a big flip on, flip off switch. But there's an added extra. You don't get to choose what's being reset.
Right.
So the zodiacal. That's a word.
It is.
Google. Its
GTS.
axis.
GTS.
Its axis that this eclipse sits on gives us a good big clue. So if you remember back January 5th, there was an eclipse on the Cancer Capricorn cusp. Well, now it's a hard-hitting new moon and partial eclipse. Not Capricorn, but now it's Cancer's turn. And Cancer is more maternal. Long term, it's gonna be softer. So yeah, this is where you really want to use the time to recharge yourself, recharge your crystals, recharge, get your feet and go outside at night. It's also the best time to see the stars. But yeah, dig your feet in the dirt and just take root and just let it clear out, because in the next few days to weeks will be cleansing for family, for personal.
It's pretty much going to be, so when we have a solar eclipse, and it's a total solar eclipse, which I believe it is, I'm pretty sure it is, it's pretty much going to be about a 6-month interval where it affects you. Okay, so think of it as an epic 6-month detox.
Yeah.
6 months of purging anything, any emotions, any chakras, any relationships, anything,
space,
any behaviors, any habits,
exactly,
anything that does not serve you. When I talk about shadow work, and I will dive into this deeper in another episode, and I know I said that last time, and I promise I'm getting into it. I promise I will get into it. Even if you just write in a journal and you're addressing that side of yourself or those things to yourself about that you only know about yourself, that you would almost not want to admit to anybody else, the things, you know, that you wouldn't want to say to other people, at least admit it to your higher self,
and tell us in our comments.
Yeah, let us know. Tell us, because no one will see that ever.
We're actually pretty good at doing like Astral. So like if she's hurt, I'll do meditation and send her good energy, and sometimes she'll call me or she'll text me. She's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And I'm like, So,
and I do distance Reiki too.
If you need it, just let us know. We'll shoot it your way. Sorry, I'm playing with my pendulums. I haven't gotten them out, and I'm gonna cleanse them. And that's another thing that I like cleaning is my pendulums. We'll get into more to that another time.
Yeah,
but so let's take a look at our monthly forecast. So July 1st to July 2nd, we have solar eclipse that South America is going to be able to see. Sorry for us, we won't be able to see it. And starting tonight at 8:24 Central Standard Time, the moon actually enters Cancer at, is it 11:22 Central? I think it's 9:22 Pacific.
Yeah.
11. Okay, we're Central. Yeah. That is when the new moon peaks. So if you have anything, get it outside now. The water, and also with the water, you can do just a little bit. I don't know if anyone's familiar with Dr. Masaru Emoto. He wrote the Hidden Messages in Water. Just real briefly, they did. Like water can have healing properties. If you talk to water and say thank you while you're drinking it, it will actually help to nourish your body better. When I water my flowers when they're dead, I just say you'll be beautiful. You know, I talk it out loud. But they also did lab tests to where they had chemotherapy drugs, and what they did was they took it down to 1% of the chemotherapy and then filled the rest with water that had been exposed to, you know, say love was written on the jar. Of course, they didn't use a jar for chemotherapy, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But they used water, and water actually takes the form of whatever's around it. So that chemotherapy dose worked just as well as if it were 100% chemotherapy, but it was just 1%, but the water took it over. So I actually went to Lourdes, France, went to the grotto where they have the it's sacred water, not holy water, not blessed. But yeah, people carry it by the jug, but I just got little things and I just dab a little, because that little bit of energized water just spreads. So take a drop, put it in your pitcher for the day, save another drop, put it in a pitcher somewhere else. Just don't have to use it all for one thing. You can just kind of space it out, because that water will that energy will double over and take shape into whatever liquid or whatever you use it for. Sorry to go off on that. Let's see. July 9th is our next one. This one...
There's something on the 7th.
No, the 9th is the Saturn is in opposition.
Oh, right. Okay.
So Saturn, this one wants me to get out Dobby.
Yes.
My Dobsonian telescope. So it's about 6 feet tall.
It's amazing.
That big around.
It's amazing.
Saturn's going to be in opposition, so that means it's going to be the closest to Earth that it possibly can be in a very, very long time. Mars opposition last year was a huge deal. it was bananas. I could see like sandstorms. It's crazy, but we're gonna get a lens. We're gonna take a look. We'll be able to see the actual gas storms in the rings, because we can actually see the rings from my telescope anyway. So we're gonna try and get a little adapter to put my phone up to my telescope so we can see that. July 16th is the what moon?
That's the lunar eclipse.
The thunder moon?
No, that's the new lunar eclipse. That's the lunar eclipse. The next eclipse is on the 16th.
Right, 16th is a partial eclipse from like the thunder moon. Sorry, I think thunder moon's so silly.
I think this one was the...
No.
Oh.
No. No. So this is a new, the thunder moon is the only full moon. It's not a full eclipse. It's a full moon.
Mm-hmm.
So you're right.
It's the next
right.
eclipse.
It's the full moon of July. It's like the thunder moon or the old moon or the ripe corn.
It's the moon of July.
Yeah. Anyways, so there's a partial eclipse. It will not be visible in North America, unfortunately. But we do have a double whammy on July 29th and 30th. We have a double meteor shower. It's peaking at the same time. So the Southern Delta Aquarids and the Alpha Capricornids, so silly. So they're both going to radiate from the south. If you can find a star chart and find the constellation of Capricorn and Aquarius, they will emanate from that point. And usually the best times I see them is like after everyone's asleep. But yeah,
we stay up for stuff like that.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Last time we watched. What did we watch?
We went and saw the new
Blue blood moon.
Yeah,
We went
eclipse. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
blood moon means eclipse.
Yeah.
Yeah, but oh no, it was a super.
Super.
It was a super. It was a full super blood eclipse moon.
Super.
It was a full eclipse.
Mm-hmm.
It was a blue moon. It was
A blood moon. No.
a blood moon. Just means
Oh.
eclipse. So
Oh,
it was a
blue
blue moon. It
blue
was the
moon.
second.
Yeah.
It was the second full moon of the month. It was a super moon, and it was a full eclipse. So that's
Yeah.
a super blue blood moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. A
But-
super blue blood moon. But
Yeah.
oh my god. And we were so upset because it got cloudy. We were freezing balls. It was so cold.
we
were
stayed out
wrapped
there.
in a blanket together. We were like, we are doing this. We are staying here because it ended at like almost 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Central Standard Time.
Yeah.
But dude, we stayed out there the entire time from when it started, which was at like 9.
Yeah, we got
Ish.
about 9 and we left
Nine-ish.
about
1 in the morning, almost 1 in the
almost
morning.
2. Yeah.
And it was gorgeous. We have some amazing pictures. Actually, you know what? We'll post it on our Instagram. We'll post those pictures that we got. We actually took pictures with our phones through Dobby, through her telescope, her 6-foot telescope. And we got amazing, amazing pictures of that super blue blood moon that we went and stayed up until after 1 in the morning and watched. So we'll put those on our page. But yeah, it was amazing. Amazing. And of course, as always, we're going to do our card of the day. We are going to be using
the Gaia deck.
Gaia deck today. We felt it was appropriate.
Yes.
Also, if you guys ever want us to draw a card for you, if you ever have any questions that you want to ask us, follow us on Instagram.
Tell us when you want
Tell
to
us
go.
in the comments.
We'll do
Let us know.
We'll PM you. We'll do like a 3-card reading.
We'll
a
slide
5-card.
into your DMs.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll slide into your DMs.
Oh,
That
I think we found it.
Yep, it came out on its own. It came out.
All right, let's show the
Okay.
live people first.
Is anybody in there? I don't even know if anybody's there.
Oh, if anyone's here, no one's here, but yeah. Okay, so it is the message.
So that's the card that literally flew out of the deck
Yep,
just now.
and those are the ones that you keep.
Yep,
And
that's
it's
those
card
are the
number
ones that you keep.
28. So this is going to be positive message, positive outcome. So
Can I see it?
yes, ma'am. You know what that looks like? I don't know how many of you have actually been to Vatican City, have been into St. Peter's Basilica. There's actually an alabaster window that's, it's called the Baldicchio. It's supposedly a big, large structure that was pretty much built over where St. Peter is either buried or was crucified. Still a little weird on that, but yeah, when the light shines through, it looks just like that. That is really crazy.
So the vibe that I'm picking up from this card, honestly, if you guys, I know my nails aren't painted and it's a YouTube and a social media, no, but I'm a mom and I'm busy and I work full-time job and I'm complaining, but whatever. There's no excuse, I should paint my nails. But I see the number 11 in this card with the trees. I also see that there is almost looks like maybe Mother Earth in the tree right there. So honestly, I feel with also the single dove and the beam of light, I feel like connecting to your higher self right now is very important and going within. Also, be on the lookout for messages from spirit.
That's what I was gonna say. Someone close to you.
Is trying to. If you have a bird or a song or something on the radio, that you're probably gonna hear it, because I just really feel that like this means spiritual,
and that could be like spiritual distance, or it could be someone like a friend on the other side of the world that you haven't heard from. It's just there's gonna be a great distance. Yeah. Expect to hear from someone close to you, but yeah. In any case, it will be a positive.
I feel like it's message. Good. Definitely, good luck. Also, the numbers pertaining to it, it's 28. You know, you put those together in numerology, you get 10, which is number 1, which is where it all began, right? So that is the leader. That is a natural born leader. That is where it all started, right? That is the combination of, you know.
Sorry, I just did the numerology for July for this year and this month, and it comes out to 1. So
that's well, then we get it.
Well, so whether you know it or not.
So going back to where you started, going back to the basics, making sure that, you know, you let yourself shine, be the leader, don't be afraid to be the leader. Because right now, again, like I said before, it's the time for new beginnings in everything. So
solar. I'll point this out to you.
If I'm looking away from the camera, it's because I'm vibing something intuitively. I'm not trying to not look at the camera for any reason, but when I look away, it's because I'm
I don't know if you can see, like right there. We'll post a picture. Do you not see that as being like the solar plexus, like the golden, golden line?
100%.
So you can see all like the little chakras.
Almost like solar and crown.
Yeah. Positive outcomes, but then flip it up this way. Yeah.
Well,
do you see it?
Yeah. Well, yeah. But it wasn't reversed.
Well, so we'll see. What do you see?
Yeah, what do you see? Let us know in the comments, guys. Let us know what you see in the card. Or on our page, on our Instagram page, which we'll go ahead and let you know again correctly this time, which we did last time.
Yes. So
a little bit of a thing.
Let's see.
Happened there.
There's an affirmation. Let's give an affirmation for this card. So for this card, I would say the affirmation is, I thank earth and stars for every blessing. I give thanks for the love that fills and surrounds me. I have loved unconditionally by a benevolent universe. My mind is full of light and my heart is grateful forever.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, we got it. So all you lovely, beautiful people, and even you weirdos that just don't even know what we're talking about, hey, grab a rock, go outside, bury it. Good things will happen.
Or you can completely disregard everything we're saying. That's totally fine too. But either way, we appreciate your time.
We do have a giveaway.
Any support. We do have a giveaway. So we want to know your feedback. So if you do by any chance go out and you put any of your stones or your crystals and you cleanse them with the new moon or recharge them with the new moon, and you give us your feedback, whether it's via our YouTube channel or our Instagram channel, which again I will be putting in I'll be putting the name of it in the title of the video, but it is Namaste, Namaste, B as in boy, T as in Tom, C as in Charlie, H as in Henry, Z as in zebra.
As in bitches.
As in bitches, yes. So it's Namaste Bitches, and you can post your comments on there under the card, and if you would tag someone, one of your friends that you feel would connect with the card as well. And what I'll do is I have a giveaway for a free chakra set. So it'll be a set of crystals, a set of 7 crystals, and a pouch that I will be sending out to whoever wins. And it will be for a crystal for each chakra that you can use when you meditate or to hold or carry with you, however you want to use it.
And we'll send you a book for like what stone is what and what its power's for, and maybe you find a few that you may want to carry in your pocket all the time.
Exactly.
But I'm kind of disappointed. I didn't hear anyone come out of your phone and say, "Whoa, cool shirt, Kris."
Wow, cool shirt, Kris.
Oh man, we're too close. Can anyone see it?
Anybody.
Metatron.
It's Metatron Cube.
Okay.
All right, so until our next.
That's the way we end it.
Until our next episode. Namaste, bitches.